Hello again, you sexy animals. Time to educate you with some truth. Let me tell you about my friend Johnny, who's had a pretty rough semester in his bio class this year. I mean, fair enough, his teacher was an absolute bore, who in his defense was able to inspire kids to chase their dreams, just so they'd never have to see another bio lesson again. So he walked home with his report card, nervous for what awaited him back home, but he composed himself and put his stories in place. Oh, the teacher forgot to grade one of my assignments, he'll be updating it soon. Oh, he also messed up the last exam, too soon to be recorded in the report card. Johnny made sure he stopped shaking, walked in the front door with confidence, and sold his spiel. And yet, the scolding came anyway. A mother always knows, doesn't she? I'm sure you've had similar situations to Johnny. And even though you think you're being slick with your lies, you're actually telling your mom the truth, in subtle ways you don't even realize. Even the best of liars provide cues to their true intentions, ways that take government spies years to learn. But even to my FBI agent watching this, I doubt you would even know about all the subconscious communication that goes on in our species. So stay tuned. When lying, people tend to use hand gestures more after they speak as opposed to when they're speaking. Since their brains are working on overdrive making up a story on the spot, they tend to not use as much energy on normal gesturing, and they make up for this by doing it more after they're done talking. And when they do gesture, they do it a lot more than usual. In studies that tested this, subjects who are lying used hand gestures 15% more than those who are telling the truth. People who are lying also tend to rock their bodies and are more fidgety. They'll also roll their lips back into their mouth, which is a subconscious signal that they're hiding thoughts, but this could also be an indication that they just don't want to speak in general. Liars tend to be nervous in high-stress situations requiring pristine levels of cap. Ironically, the need to not be caught in a lie makes someone more susceptible to getting caught. Because when someone's nervous, their vocal cords may tighten up, causing their voice to sound higher pitched and also causing them to clear their throat more often, which are both giveaways of said capping. Of course, none of these signs are foolproof, so if you're trying to snipe your friend in a lie when he says he hooked up with a supermodel, use these tactics as a tool, not as an end-all be-all solution. When you shake someone's hand, you smell your own hand after. Now I know what most of you are thinking. I don't do this. That's gross. I wash my hands after shaking someone's hands.
I do not smell other people's hands, and you're weird for suggesting that I do.
Well, newsflash, kiddo. You do. You're basically a dog smelling another dog's deuce, just a tad more subtle. Here's the thing. We touch our faces all the time, way more than you think, about 12 times an hour. And here's another unbelievable, mind-blowing fact. We also breathe through our noses. So when we touch our faces, we're inevitably taking in the chemicals on our hands through our noses, and we touch our faces more often after touching someone else. All this is to get a nice understanding of who exactly you're talking to, because rubbing someone else's chemicals all over your face actually tells you a lot about them. Of course, you'd never consciously know this. All this is going on behind the scenes. And similarly, we judge someone based off their smell. But I'm not talking about how perfume can make someone more attractive or how your stinky cousin makes you want to gag and delete their Minecraft world. We're going a little more subconscious than that. Subtle scents you don't even realize are going up your nose and making physiological changes in your body. For example, when women are ovulating, they release odors that signal fertility, causing states of arousal in men, making them more likely to approach women during this state. On a similar note, the smell of women's tears actually lowers testosterone levels in men, which lowers aggression and arousal, and in doing so puts them in a more empathetic state. As you can begin to see, all this chemical communication makes our species better at understanding each other. People also release pheromones which may indicate their social status. And this was tested by having 12 male and 12 female participants judge photos of people while wearing a face mask containing a chemical called androstenol. The subjects who had the mask containing this chemical found the people in the pictures to be more interesting, friendly, and attractive, while also finding them less aggressive. People will also release chemicals when they're stressed or scared, which in turn causes those around them to have similar feelings. This can allow groups to come together in order to face a threat together. This might explain why your favorite team plays like garbage as soon as their star player begins to choke. Now, on top of all the chemical signaling that's going on when people are in love, there's also a bunch of behavioral and psychological cues as well. People in love will mirror each other. When one folds their arms, the other will as well. When one yawns, so will the other. And this goes on to the point where even people's breathing becomes synchronized. See, when this is happening, a specific type of brain cell called mirror neurons are firing. Mirror neurons will fire in the exact same way whether you're performing an action or you observe someone else perform the same action. So when you see someone you love performing a certain action, your brain will fire the neurons to cause you to act in the same way. Now, having a crush can bring out a whole new range of behaviors. Like when you're looking at someone you're quite fond of, your pupils will dilate, pretty much like you're on hard drugs. After all, when you're in love, your brain fires in similar patterns as when you're on drugs. And like being on drugs, You'll like to fool around a crush. Perhaps you're being extra loud to get your crush's attention, or you tripped over a pebble since your head is in the clouds. Maybe you said something extremely stupid to stand out from your competition. Whatever it is, compose yourself, my friend. You got this. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.